everybody, this is Alyssa from Make Arts and Crafts, and today we are doing, I guess it's going to be a little bit of a kit up and chat that's going to take like no time at all, and then we're going to roll into a WIP and Chat. First off, I have to actually, sorry, I've got my logbook here. I finished this kit over the week, during the week, sometime. I finished this kit, but I haven't logged it into my logbook yet, so I need to actually put this kit in my logbook. This is a little snack. I needed a break from working on the Lunar New Year kitty. So I did the Wonder Woman Defender of Truth kit. This one right here is the one that I finished. So before I can move on, I have to log the day that I started it, which was the 11th of March. And I finished it on the 13th of March. And it took me 9 hours and 49 minutes to complete. I kept it. This was my second finish for March and my 54th finish total. So March was number 2. Total was 54. And I had tabby drills, lots of tabby drills on this one here, and the pinks were clumpy. Those were the only things that I had on that one for that kit. Otherwise, good to go, no issues with it. And now I like to feel and see, okay, where do I feel like I needed it to add this? We're going to add it up right there. It wants to be in the upper corner. So I use the tiny sticker that comes with the Diamond Art Club kits for my logbook for these purposes. So that's the kit that I did. And then very similar to that kit, I'm going to do the kind of like the corresponding matching one that goes with it, which is the Be Your Own Hero one. That's the one that we're about to kit up, and then we're going to start working on as well. So this one I think only had like, how many colors did it have? 9 colors. This one is going to have 13 colors. And that's the one that we're going to work on next. It's a little bit smaller than this one. This was a 33 by 41. This one's going to be a 33 by 33. And I think these are ones that I picked up off of the Amazon. Oh, well, that one was an Amazon store one. And this, I think, was actually on the DAC website. So I'm going to work on that one. But I'm going to leave this out because once I pull this out of here, I think the sticker, I put the sticker inside here. And we're going to kit it up, and then we're going to work on it and add some washi to it, all that fun stuff. Yes, this is going to be a fun little snack. I'm just like, I needed a break from the big ones. I want to do something small. This one's even smaller than the previous one that I finished. So you can see it's a nice little square. This is going to be a quick finish for this one. And I'm just like, I really am just like, I need some of this color blocking. What are you doing, Sushi? You're doing all the chaos. I just really need some of this color blocking that I'm getting from these two canvases. And also, I want to get some of these squares out of my stash because I have way too many squares in my stash. So we're going to set the canvas off to the side. This is what we're going to be working on. Be Your Own Hero. So far, there's going to be no tools that you're going to see or accessories really yet. Until you're silly, Sushi. You're silly. No accessories yet. We're going to pull the stickers out and put the sticker on the back. But I kind of wanted to get this knocked out. I know I'm kind of doing two of basically the same characters and the same painting, like right off the bat. But I want to kind of get it like knocked out so that way I can use it, like get it done, and we're going to start it today because it's not going to take me very long to kit it up. So we're going to put start date of today, which is, what's today? Oh my goodness. It's the 16th. Okay. 16. I almost put November. I'm like, why was I going to write November? We're definitely not in November. We're in March. We're going to put the 16th of March right there. And then there's my pen cover it there. So we'll do that. Oh, actually, I should see how many ABs does this come with. 2 ABs. So this has 2 ABs right there. And we've got that. And we have our 13 colors. And now we are going to go ahead and set this off to the side. This can go in the garbage, which I'll set my garbage off to the side there. get my kitting up tray and my scissors, and we are ready to roll. I like to prep my stickers, that way they're ready to peel off. I do have a tray, I guess I use the Elizabeth Ward containers. I have not kitted down anything in a while. This is the remains of leftovers from Secret Temple. These are empties. This is the other one that I just finished of the other Wonder Woman kit is right here. And then this was the Temu bamboo kit that I did. Those will be super easy to break down because those I'm just going to pour, usually with like the cheap kits like that, I'm just going to pour those drills right into a little container, like a little glass jar. I'm not going to save those ones from the cheap kits like that. So now we're going to break into it. My desk is an absolute mess right now. It is an absolute total pigsty of a mess. Let's see. I do save all of my spare drills. So what I'm going to do, because I have some of these spares right here, and I don't feel like going through and de-kitting it anything right now and kitting down anything. So I'm going to transfer this color of leftover spare drills into another container. Instead of going through the process of actually properly kitting down, we're just going to put these right here. Because yes, that's what we're doing today, because that's the mood I'm in. Because I don't think I have that color. No, I don't have that color in here. If it was a color that I had in here, it'd be a different story. So we're just going to put that right there. Because again, like I said, I don't feel like actually doing it. And let's see if there's any colors. 132 and 133. I will be using those two colors. 336, we're going to use that. 598, 603, 666, we're going to use that. 803, we're not going to use that. Because I figured they're going to be a similar color palette, so it wouldn't matter to like de-kit. This is one that I'm not going to use, so this one I'll need to get rid of. Put it off to the non-used pile of drills for the tray that I'm working into. I should probably pull that down so you guys can actually see the tray that I'm working into right now. And you can see a little bit of the method of this weird madness I'm doing. So these are colors that I'm moving over that I'm not using. The other ones, the 132, 133, 336, and then there's going to be a 598, 603, 666, 963, which is going to be a lot of that one. 3326, 3808. That one we're going to actually use, and that one we're going to use. Let's see, we had a 963. 3326, 3808, 3824, 3846, 3849, 3865. Okay, that should be roughly the number of containers that we need, roughly. We'll see as I work through if that's the proper size of containers that I did. I'm going to move that back out of the way now so I can actually get to work. The first one that I'm going to do, because I just kit up from the size as I throw everything on the floor. My desk is an absolute mess right now. It's so over exploded for everything. I still have like to finish packing everything up for giveaway stuff, which I'm filming this like in the wee hours of Saturday morning because I still can't sleep. Gotta love COVID. I've recovered from COVID as far as like medicine is concerned, like military medicine is concerned. I have fully recovered from COVID. So I'm back. I spent the week at work this week, but when it comes down to it of like actual, like I could go back to work, I felt fine overall, minus the fact that I still can't sleep. So my sleep issues that I had this past, like that I've had since I tested positive for COVID and like started being able to not sleep overnight. Yeah, still can't sleep. So I was worked, you know, a normal work week this week, but all week long, like, could not sleep at night. And you want to talk about trying to be a functioning member of, you know, the working realm and not being able to actually sleep at night, and then having to go to work in the morning and work a full day at work, seeing patients, being coherent enough to actually see patients. That's the biggest thing. Being with it enough to actually, like, make decisions that affect people's health. And in the military, some of the decisions that I make when it comes to, like, their injuries and their plan of care actually can affect their careers as well. I'm having to do all of that while still, you know, seeing, like, make all these decisions in a sleep deprived state. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is like, what am I doing? Why? Like, this is madness kind of a thing. But I'm doing all of it, and I'm like, I'm sleep deprived while I'm doing it all. We're gonna see how many drills will actually fit in here. I don't think I'll need this big of one, but we're gonna start with that. And if I downsize, I downsize. And my sleep deprived state, basically every single day, like, I've struggled. I think maybe once this week did I actually fall asleep at like 1 or 1:30 in the morning. That's it. Like, once. The rest of the time, okay, that actually will work on this one. That's it. Once. Every other time, every other night, it's basically been like 2, 3, 4 in the morning before I have actually, like, fallen asleep. And I'm like, this is just wrong on so many levels. Wrong. Like, why? This is madness. I wish I could actually, like, sleep like a normal person. I want to be able to actually sleep properly. It's killing me. I'm struggling with it. Like, yeah, it's been crazy. The sleep factor is just been getting me big time. I need a slightly larger tray. Like, let me see if I can fit these suckers in here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need a larger container. Let's see. Let me grab some larger containers. There. I didn't have any of these over here. I need these ones. A couple larger ones, just these size right here. So, yeah, that's been my struggle all week long, has been the inability to actually, like, sleep at night. And then I've been trying to, like, force myself to not, like, I've been trying to force myself to stay awake. Like, I get home from work and I'm, like, absolutely zonked and so exhausted that I'm like, all I want to do is go lay in bed and go to, like, I literally get home from work at night or in the afternoon and I want to go straight to bed. But I'm like, I can't, because if I go straight to bed, I am absolutely 100% not going to sleep. So I'm like, I'm not going to go to bed because then I literally will not sleep. So I have not been going to bed. I'm just going to double that one up when I get home from work, because, you know, that's not going to help me matters at all with the sleep factor. So that's not helping. We're going to see if I can fit that in there or not. It's probably going to need a slightly larger one, but we'll see. So, yeah, it's been interesting. This whole sleep business, it's been interesting, and it's been a struggle. And I'm like, I just want to sleep and go to bed at a normal time and sleep like a normal person and wake up at, like, my normal time and be good to go. Like, that's all I want to do. Yeah. See, look at this. Making a mess here. I don't know why I did that. This is why I use the funnel, and this is why I use the tray to capture the drills that escape when I'm using the funnel. So I don't do things like what I just did right there. This is like the madness. So I left off. I did my WIP and Chat and posted it on Sunday. I did not post. So that's where I kind of left off. You know, like a whole week of doing literally nothing, because, you know, I felt like crap because I literally slept the week prior. So Monday I went to work. Well, Monday morning I think I fell asleep at like 3:30, 4 o'clock Monday morning. So I normally start the waking up process around 5:30. And then I usually leave for work around 7ish or so is when I normally leave for work. Well, I woke up, because of course I completely forgot about the time change, which is normally not an issue. I never have issues with time changes because if it's daylight outside, I'm awake. Well, I didn't even think about the time change or anything like that. And I woke up at, because of my issues that I've been having with sleep, I literally woke up, I don't need this one anymore, so we're going to put that one away, at my alarm clock, or my phone said it was like, it was something like 8 o'clock or something when I woke up, and I'm like, holy crap, I was supposed to be at work at 7:30. What is this madness? Why am I literally just waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning? And of course, it was Monday, and I usually don't take a shower over the weekend because I'm like, why would I shower on the weekend? That's madness. That's silliness. Why would I shower? I'm not going to shower on the weekend. No, I'm not doing that. So I don't usually shower on the weekends, unless I'm going somewhere. That's the only time I'll shower on the weekend is if I'm planning on going somewhere. Otherwise, I use that as like my break for my hair, so I don't have to wash my hair every day. And then I only shower, like, if I'm going to go somewhere, I'll shower. But it's pretty much so I absolutely had to take a shower on Monday morning because my hair was like a greasy mess. So I'm like, I have to jump in the shower, take like the shortest, coldest shower ever, which, I'm in the military, so I've taken many a cold shower in my military career. I can take like a 30-second jump in the shower, wash my hair super, super fast, jump out of the shower. I can take the speediest like cold shower you can imagine, basically just to wash my hair. And I did. Got out of the shower, and then proceeded to go to work, which thankfully my first patient of the morning had, I was able to get there. Like, I was supposed to have an 8 o'clock patient. I think I got there at 8:25-ish or so. I was able to catch back up. I was running obviously way behind because, I woke up at after I was supposed to start seeing my first patient in the morning. Thankfully, that patient was one that I had already worked with quite a bit, so I'm familiar with, I'm very familiar with her and her case and everything like that. So it wasn't like it was somebody that I had to really prep for. It was kind of like, okay, how are you doing? Okay. It was easy to touch base with her and know how she was doing. But still, the premise of the fact that I literally got there basically almost an hour after I was supposed to get there, I was like, yeah, no, this is not how this is supposed to work. Yeah, not at all. But yeah, that was my Monday, and that's how my Monday started. By lunchtime, I was like ready to crash. By lunchtime, I was playing catch up on emails, of course, because, basically having been out of the office for 2 weeks, I was playing catch up on emails. I've still got a lot of emails that I have to reply back to that I have not replied back to yet because I'm still playing catch up on stuff. And also I've been so exhausted that I haven't felt like catching up on emails. So I've read all the emails. I just have not responded to all of the emails, which that's a whole nother battle. Is you read all the emails and you flag the ones that you have to deal with. I just need to actually deal with said emails because that's the next step, is dealing with the emails, which I have to do. Okay. Is responding to and dealing with said emails. Which I have to do now. So much fun. Gotta love it. Gotta love work. Ugh. Work. Tuesday, I think I was able to sleep a little bit earlier on Tuesday. It wasn't quite as atrocious. But again, by the time lunchtime rolls around, I'm like dragging, like practically falling asleep. And I'm like, I still have the rest of the day to go. Thankfully, I had a few no-shows both days, which helped having no-shows on Monday and Tuesday, because then, you have that downtime where patients aren't coming in that you can focus on, catching up on emails, doing other stuff. But my brain has definitely not been up to par processing-wise. Wednesday was another one where I think I fell asleep I think at like close to 4 o'clock Wednesday morning. And then, of course, I think I woke up at Supposed to be awake and ready to go. Again, you know, my first patient is usually at 7:30. Well, thankfully my 7:30 no-showed me because I woke up at 7:18 and I was like, I don't have time to shower. I'm just going to roll out of bed and get my carcass to work. And I got there by like 7:40, 7:45. But thankfully my first patient had no-showed me as well. So that was nice because then I was technically not late for any patients, which was a good thing. But I'm like, this business of not, like, ugh, it's killing me. Brutal. Thursday, I managed to actually make it on time and not be late for any patients. But, like, Wednesday night, I, like, texted my mom, and I'm like, Mom, like, here I am, sitting here as, like, you know, how old am I now? Am I 36? I forget how old I am. I think I'm 36. Yeah, I'm 36. As a 36-year-old adult, and I'm texting my mom saying, can you call me at 6:30 my time to make sure that I'm awake because I'm struggling. I'm on the struggle bus right here now, Mom. And thankfully I actually like was awake. And I was able to text her and be like, yeah, you don't need to call me. I'm awake. I've got it. But I was like, I've been on the struggle bus this week, you guys. So yeah, that was this week, the struggle bus that I've been on. And then Friday morning, I was able to actually successfully, again, make it to work, like literally right exactly at 7:30. I think I walked in right at like 7:30 as we were unlocking the door for our patients. And then, of course, my computer is like, I don't want to let you log in. I'm going to freeze. So you're going to have to restart me when my computer was being stupid. So I had to restart my computer. But I was like, the patient I was working with was one that I'm super familiar with as well. So I didn't have to worry about that. I could just like literally, I could just be like, okay, the computer's going to do its thing. Let's go ahead and pull you back and get started. So that way I'm not running behind all day. And we've got those all kitted up now. So yeah, that's been my lovely week so far as work stuff. And we are going to use this pale color for our washi border. But first, we need to put these in the tray so that way we have our order all laid out. Let me go ahead and slide these over so we can actually see the tray. And you can see all the things that I have in the tray that don't necessarily belong there. So we had 13 colors. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Let me see if ooh, that one actually fit. I love it when it fits perfectly like that. 6, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so now I can move these over to the other one. And now I will be working with just those drills there. Let me go ahead and pull that over and move these and pull the canvas up and we will get started. Well, first I have to washi my borders. As I go smacking into things, knocking things over. I decided since I'm using a paler pink drills, I'm going to use this pale with gold for the washi. And this is how this is my process that I go when I'm kitting up. We just have a really short kitting up today. Let's see, where is the start of the washi? There it is. Yeah, that was my work week. I'm slowly catching up on stuff. I feel like I did something out of the normal at work. I don't remember what. I really don't remember. I've just been so exhausted all week long that, like, as in between patients, I'm like sitting there staring at my computer and like my head is bobbling because I'm about to fall asleep. So it's been a struggle. So there's one of them down. This is my process that I go through in case you guys are wondering, how do I set up a painting? I know we have the glare right there, but it's not like I'm actually doing anything on that part of the canvas, so I really don't care right now. And I'm tired, but not tired at the same time. It's that whole I'm exhausted and I want to go to bed And it's like, I think it's like 2 o'clock in the morning as I'm filming this, because guess what? I can't sleep. Yeah, yay me. So anyways, you want to talk about like crazy insomnia? I have never had like the insomnia like this in my life, ever. I'm the person that if it's dark outside, I'm in bed and asleep, unless like the rare occasion that I have, like if I take my migraine medication cocktail too close to bedtime, then I can't sleep. But that's like undiluted caffeine. I usually don't react to too much to caffeine. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. The other thing that's really been getting me from this whole COVID thing, I feel fine overall minus the lack of sleep. That's been getting me. And the fact that the migraine that I've had for the last 3 weeks, basically, on Monday it'll be 3 weeks. So I've had this nonstop migraine for 3 weeks straight, and it has not gone away and is still there, and it is just like destroying me. I got home from work on Friday / today, because I haven't gone to bed yet. So when I got home from work on Friday, it was a blinding migraine. I don't know how I even got home. I like literally had to go take the full cocktail of medications, including some anti-nausea medications, like lay down in the dark in the fetal position, and I'm laying there and I'm like getting nauseous, still like almost to the point of throwing up, because it was a really, really bad one today. And it's finally eased off. It took a few hours for it to ease off enough where I could actually move. But it was a gnarly one. All right. This one's a small enough one that I'm not even going to bother with doing anything with the, normally I would do this to like section a painting in half, but because this one is so small, I don't have to. So now I am ready to go ahead and move this over. We've got our washi border, and now we're ready to go ahead and move over and start working on it. We can get like half an hour worth of actual diamond painting done on this before we are done with our WIP and Chat. Depending on if I actually have enough to talk about, because again, like I said, I've done so little over this week, beyond, work and suffer and work. So we'll see. But we will go ahead and move over and transition to our easel to work on it, because that's just easier. All right, we are back. I know there's a little bit of a glare still. I'll turn that light off in a moment. I just want to go over what I'm using today. So I have I'm really enjoying this mahogany coconut wee wax in my single placer side of my pen. I am using the White Tahitian Woods Randa's Crafty Corner putty. I think I'm using basically the same stuff that I was using, I think, last week. I've been feeling lazy and have not swapped everything over. I'm also still using the same pen that I was using last week with the DAC 8 placer. This is MTN Inspirations. It is an absolutely gorgeous flower blank. And for rounds, if I do decide to switch over to another pen for rounds, I am using this beauty from Enabler's Outpost. I love the glitter in this pen. And the color palette is beautiful. So those are the pens that I'm using. Let me see if I think I want to change to a different color tray. I was using this tray, this blue, like cookies and cream tray from Belle Art and Dana Cole. But I think I want to change to a different color tray. What am I in the mood for color-wise? I'm in a, yeah, that one needs washed. My trays are getting dirty. They're getting putty inside of them. I think I need to wash my trays or wipe them down or something. Or do I want to go with just like a classic silky tray? We're going to go with a classic silky. This like teal, aqua, whatever, silky tray. That's going to be the tray. This is the tray we're going to go with. Again, I need to wipe them down. You can see the like putty residue inside the tray. I have tried a lot of different trays, and this is the tray that just fits best in my hand with how I hold. Just like that, it's like the most comfortable tray out of all the different trays that I've tried. This is the most comfortable for holding because of like the smoothness and roundness of the edges. And different trays that I've tried from different companies have a really, really sharp edge right here. And these ones don't. So for me, this is like the perfect tray. And it's the perfect size. And I work well with it and everything. So that's my go-to tray. So I'm going to go ahead and take the plastic cover actually completely off because it's a small enough painting. If this was like when I was working on the other one, the Wonder Woman one, I left the cover. I just did it like halfsies for the cover. I do need to, like, supposedly the Diamond Art Club canvases are like lay flat canvases, but in my experience, they don't do a very good job of actually laying flat, as you can see from this right here. So I'm going to take a little washi tape and I'm going to put it across some of the top corners to hold. I just grabbed a random washi tape that I had in my hoard, my washi tape hoard, and I'm going to tape the corners down to my light board, or my light pad, and see if that will help to, you know, prevent it from, I don't like to do that because I like to be able to see, and I already need to adjust my painting because this is too far down. So I need to pull the washi up. But that at least gets it so that way there. And then I'll typically do this one up and this one up because it's so wrinkly. But as I was saying, they're supposedly lay flat canvases. But in my experience, these small canvases never actually lay flat. So FYI, we're going to start with, even though this is fresh, sticky of this putty, we're going to go ahead and start with some ABs because that's what's eyeballing me and staring me in the face right now. When I work on like the WIP and Chats, I kind of have to work backwards from what I normally do. I normally work from left to right. So if I was working on the background right now, I'd be working from here over. But with the way the camera is set up, usually I end up kind of working, I'll start from here, work this way, and then do this one, and then work like little sections from the right to left, but in like little sections, which is kind of like not my normal. But that's what I've found I have to do with the WIP and Chats because of how I have my camera set up. And, you know, you just adapt and overcome, and that's how I have had to adapt because my camera, my tripod, basically, canvas light, whatever you want to call it, gets in the way otherwise. So anyways, back to talking about things. What did I want to say? I already kind of blathered on about the work chaos of stuff and all of that. I do have an event planned that I will be going to tonight. I've got a work dining out. It's like a, basically it's kind of like this formal, it's basically like a formal event that we do as Navy officers. That's like an official ceremony, but then you have it, but there's like fun stuff incorporated with it. And this washi tape does not want to stay worth like anything. It is not sticking worth anything. Goodness. So I'm gonna have to dress up in my uniform. Thankfully, it's in dress blues. That's like my favorite uniform of all. I do have to say, when I eventually retire from the military and have the if I ever have the opportunity to go to a formal function, I'm gonna be like so lost because I'm so used to being like, all right, what's my uniform for this formal function? Dress blues, medals or ribbons. Medals, got it. Mini medals or full medals. And that's like the extent of what I have to think about when it comes to a formal event. Versus if you're a civilian and you're going to a formal event, like when I retire and if I ever go to a formal function or something, and like as a civilian, it'll be like, okay, you got to go to this formal event. Well, guess what you have to do? You have to, as a woman, you do your hair. You got to do your makeup. You've got to get a dress. You've got all of these different things that you have to do when you go to a formal event that I'm like, I've never done that before. I wouldn't know the first thing about it. And I guess there's like different etiquette for like the style of dress that you do depending on like the type of formal event it is. I guess I have no clue because, again, I've never done that. Because I go to formal events because, you know, I'm in the military. That's what I do as an officer. I've got different functions that I'll go to, not like a ton of them or anything like that. But my attire is dictated because I go in uniform. So it's easy. It's super, super easy. It's like, okay, what's our uniform of the day for this function? You're wearing your summer whites. Got it. Done. Easy. And you go grab the uniform out of your closet and go. So the thought of having to, you know, like, that gives me anxiety thinking of like going to a formal function and actually having to like do my hair, actually do like significant makeup, because my version of doing makeup when I'm in uniform is usually like I will do eyeliner and maybe mascara. Like for a function like tomorrow night, I'll probably do eyeliner, mascara, maybe some eyeshadow if I'm really feeling like it. That's like the extent of my makeup that I'll do. And then throw on my uniform and I'm done. And that's like my prep work for a formal function. So I don't have to worry about all the crazy prep work that people would do if like they're normally going to a formal thing. I don't have to do any of that. It's nice. It's effortless. So it gives me anxiety thinking about going to a formal event as a civilian. Granted, I don't have to worry about that for a long time, but still, that like is kind of like anxiety inducing thinking about. I'm like, oh, how do women do this? That just is like terrifying, the thought of doing it. Also, I have no concept of like what to wear to different things because I'm so used to wearing a uniform, and I've never had like the wherewithal to know like what's in style, what to wear at any point in my life. Never have I been like cognizant of knowing what I should wear when. Part of it, you know, I grew up on a farm in the middle of a small town nowhere. I like would sew my own pants. I'd find like the craziest, most ridiculous fabric pattern that was the most outrageous thing you could possibly find at like Walmart or something like that, and I would make my own like pants out of that craziest fabric you could possibly find, and I'd sew my own pants, or I'd have my mom sew me a pair of pants, and those would be like the pants that I would wear, and that would be like for fun of pants. And then I wore a uniform to school. So, and my uniform was either khaki or navy blue pants. And they had to be pleated. And our shirts were either a red, a white, or a blue polo shirt. So that's literally what I wore every day for, you know, most of my school years. I think high school is when I stopped going to private school for high school and went to the public high school. And that was kind of like culture shock for me, going to a public high school instead of the private school for kindergarten through 8th grade when I went to the public high school. And also the fact that like I had to actually wear clothes that were not uniform items. And you guys have no concept of how easy life is when you're wearing a uniform. You literally just pick, we're gonna grab a random different washi and try that and see if it makes it any better. You like when you wear a uniform, you just wear your uniform and call it a day. You don't have to worry about any of this other madness of like, did I wear this yesterday? What about this? Is this in style, or this what in season, and what blah 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 blah. You literally just pull your uniform out and you're like, is it clean? Did I change my shirt? Good. Let's go. Let's put it on. And that's literally what you do. You pull your uniform out of the closet and you put it on. Done. And you walk out the door. It just makes it so much less to think about. Like, I much preferred that to having to actually pick clothes. I'm all about uniforms for people for school. It just like levels the playing field a little bit more, especially if you require people to have their uniform from a certain location, and then like everything be like exactly the same on that uniform. Like it just, I prefer it. Like now granted there's a cost associated with a uniform, which I don't like. But I prefer uniforms because, you know, it equalizes things as far as, you don't have to worry about somebody showing up with like these couple $100 pair of pants and someone else showing up with Walmart pants, and the other person, one person feeling inferior because they can't afford like brand name designer clothes versus the other person. You don't have to worry about things like that when everybody is literally wearing the same exact uniform. So that's something that I like about uniforms. Obviously, I mean, I wear a uniform every day as is, so obviously I don't mind uniform items. So that's kind of like, okay, I'll get off my uniform soapbox. That's kind of like a random rant that I've been on for like the last 13 minutes. That's kind of rather boring. But anyways, what have I done? Oh my goodness, you guys, I have not been doing well this last month or two with my low buy, my finish 4x1. Yeah, I have not been doing good with that lately. Not at all, not in any way, shape, or form. I've been struggling with this, riding the struggle bus with maintaining that. Totally riding the struggle bus with it. So I had talked about how I really wanted I think it was the Dreaming Elephant is the name of it, but the Jeremiah Kettner that I wish listed, and I also have wish listed a while ago the A Cat Named Poppy, which I think is like one of the only Peggy Collins's images that I actually am like, I really want that. Was A Cat Named Poppy, and that's one I actually voted on it when it came up, like back, like I think in last May is when it came up for almost a year ago now for voting. And I was like, I wanted both of those, and I'm like, okay, well, they're both still in stock. I'm not going to order the Jeremiah Kettner because, you know, it's in stock. But I'll keep my eye on it, and if it goes low stock, then I'll get it, because you never know. Nowadays, DAC has been randomly like archiving things, even if, because they had said initially that they're not going to archive stuff if after like the first run, which they have been. They've been saying something that will sell out, and from the first run, they have been archiving some of that stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to run into that case with like the Dreaming Elephant or A Cat Named Poppy, these beautiful kits. I'm like, I don't want to have them archive them for these kids. So I will eyeball them, keep them in my wish list, and if they go low stock, then I will snag them up. And they actually, I think they both went low stock. Like the Dreaming Elephant went low stock, I think on like Monday or Tuesday. I think on Tuesday it went low stock. So I'm like, okay, I'll grab it. And then I picked it up. And then A Cat Named Poppy, I think also. I picked up that one. I'm like, well, I might as well just get the other one at the same time. So I got them both. And I'm glad I did, because I think the Cat Named Poppy may have also gone low stock shortly after I bought it. Where in the Dreaming Elephant like sold out shortly after I bought it. So I'm glad I got both of them, but also at the same time, I'm like, I got 2 canvases from Diamond Art Club, and I'm like, why? I bought 2 additional canvases from Diamond Art Club, and I'm like, did I really need those 2 canvases? No, but did I buy them? Yes. And especially with how slow I've been these last couple weeks as far as my diamond painting, I have not been producing the finishes that I normally do. But, you know, we all have our slow down moments, and this is apparently one of my slow down moments is this month or these last couple months. I don't know. I also, you can factor in the fact that, you know, I was out of town for a week in February, and then I spent the first week of March basically sleeping because I was sick, so that doesn't really count. So that's going to slow down my diamond painting time. And then this past week, like, I've been recovering. Like, there was a couple days this week, I think there were 2 or 3 times this week where I came home from work and I just like sat on the couch and I just was like, I don't have the energy to actually do anything functional, because I am just so done with all the things, because I was just so exhausted, like just mentally and physically exhausted. And I'm like, I just need to focus on keeping my eyeballs open and not going to sleep right now, because if I do sleep right now, I'm going to be wide awake again in just a couple hours, and I won't sleep at all overnight, and then I'm gonna be in even worse shape tomorrow, kind of a thing. So yeah, it's been a struggle. But anyways, yeah, not been holding very well to my low buy. And I will be purchasing one painting tomorrow, or well, today actually, because this is going up on, it's already Saturday morning as I'm filming this, and this will be going up basically as soon as I edit it, because I always post it at 7 a.m. Eastern time, which is 4 a.m. my time, and I think by the time I finish filming it, it'll be almost 3 a.m. My time, and then I'll edit it and get it up, and it'll basically be like right at the 7 a.m. Time in Eastern Standard Time by the time I get it posted. So it'll go up like right at my normal time. Yeah, I've been so like low energy exhausted by the end of the day that when I got home Thursday, I was like, I really need to film a video to go up on Thursday, or to go up on Friday. And I thought about it and I was like, yeah, I have no energy to actually think about what video I want to film to go up. So you guys did not get a video on Friday, as you probably noticed, because I have been so tired. Like I didn't even have and then when I got home on Friday from work, I didn't even have the energy to join anybody's lives. I was like, well, that's because I was laying in bed in the fetal position. So there was no looking at a computer screen, or a phone screen. It was like laying there, not moving until I could become semi-human, which took a while. Took a hot minute to be able to function in any way conceivably. So yeah, the diamond painting purchases have been a little out of control lately. Well, it fell into a normal place. So I've been trying to practice a little bit more self-control. I will be purchasing the Yume on, once it comes up Saturday morning, because I mean, it's a Yume and it is such a cool image. So I'll be purchasing that one. There's some additional Yume's that I'm like, I really hope they come out, because they're incredible. There's so many Yume art images that I want turned into diamond paintings. Basically all of them. I want them all. Give me them all. Such incredible artwork. I want all of the art. All of the things. Anyways, and then there's a couple new releases. I still want Dragon City by Abigail, but I'm like, the only reason I haven't purchased it yet is because it's such a massive square painting, and I kind of want to, I've been like, I need to work down some of these squares that I already have in my hoard before I go buying another square. That's been kind of like my reasoning of why I have not actually purchased that one yet. I want to kind of like make some progress before I go adding another massive square, especially since I've been adding lots of other stuff too, even though I've been trying to avoid adding squares, unless like the square that I did add recently was obviously Rebreathe, the Yume. That one obviously had to come home with me, and I will be adding the I can't remember the name of the new Yume, which is also another square. That one will be coming home with me because, again, it's a Yume, so even though it's a square, it's one that I must have. But I like that the new one the new release isn't as big as the previous release. So that's a good thing. Small wins. Still a square though. So yeah. But looking at it, it looks like there will be some color blocking maybe, potentially. I haven't watched a sneak peek because that requires going on to YouTube. And again, screen time hasn't been my friend today. So yeah, I need to do that. Go on and check it out. But I will be setting an alarm to make sure that I'm awake to actually go on for the release for the Yume, and then go from there. But that's going to be my agenda for, if nothing else happens on Saturday, I must get the Yume. That's it. That's my goal. That's my goal for Saturday. And then I have my event that I have to go to Saturday evening and be social. I'm going to be so tired on Sunday, you guys. Sunday, I have not, well, and I have to go grocery shopping too because I'm out of orange juice. And if I'm out of peanut butter crackers, and if I'm out of orange juice and I'm out of peanut butter crackers, then it's time to go grocery shopping. Those are my 2 deciding factors for grocery shopping. Do I have peanut butter crackers? And I'm very picky, and it has to be the Ritz peanut butter crackers. Do I have peanut butter crackers? And do I have orange juice? And I do not have either in my house. And it's a very sad day when I am out of both, because those are my go-tos. Yes, so I need both. So yes, a grocery run is in my future, probably we'll see if I do it on Saturday, because I kind of want to keep Sunday as my veg day where I do absolutely nothing. So I may try to do it Saturday, but I need to finish packing up the rest of the packages on Saturday morning, so that way I can get everything shipped off. So that's also on my agenda for Saturday. So I have a lot to do on Saturday, but my goal is get it all done on Saturday, so that way on Sunday I can just veg out and do a whole lot of nothing. So that's the tentative plan for everything. So we will see what happens though, and kind of go from there. But anywho, we are winding down. Yes. No kitten shenanigans for this video today. I played with her, copiously played with her before the video, because I didn't want her causing chaos during the video, because I'm tired. I don't have the patience to deal with your chaos right now, little one. When I'm this tired, I just don't want to deal with the chaos. So I played with her, and played with her until I was like, okay, I think I tired you out enough. Let's go in the office. And I think I did actually tire her out enough, because she is currently laying in the bed underneath my desk, all curled up like a sleepy cat, which is a good thing, because she's a tired kitten now. So I successfully played her to sleep. Yay. It's hard to do because she's like a bottomless pit of energy. Mochi put herself to bed, i.e. she's laying on her perch all curled up in a little cat ball inside one of my Udis, because that's what she does. She lays in my Udi. But yeah, that's what the girls are up to. And other than that, I think we're going to call that good right there. We did not quite finish all of the number 2, but we're going to go ahead and turn this light on so we can look at the color, because that's what we do. We like to look at the color. And we're going to turn the light pad off so we can see the shimmer of the ABs in her, we'll pull these out so you can see the shimmer of the AB in her skirt. Or not her skirt, but her blouse, and a little bit in her crown, her tiara, and then we've got some of the letters with the shimmer, and I'm working on her boots. So we're making progress on her. We're getting there. We're getting there. Now, if only the canvas actually would lay flat, which it does not. That would make my life better if it actually laid flat. There we go. Get a better feel for the lack of color. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.